Hello everybody. Today we will be talking about education and why we should consider making education online in every aspect completely, even if it entails no human interaction at all. I'm not saying that we should totally discard human interaction among students or between professors and students. But even if we do not have it there, education system can produce much more productive results. I hope you know that Noam Chomsky once said, education is a system of imposed ignorance. I completely agree with it. And it doesn't make any sense to my students when I tell them the same thing in my university where I teach. But as a teacher, my job is to tell them the harshest of realities, even if it entails a stance against the position that I hold. I'm a lawyer and I teach as a lecturer in various universities. I also admit to the fact that universities are perhaps the only place on this earth where you can voice out what you stand for. You have absolute freedom in some regards, and you have that free space where you can discuss various ideas. Even if there is disagreement, people listen to you and you are able to put forth your point. In fact, universities are the best place on this earth to engage in any kind of intellectualism. However, professors like Noam Chomsky, Slavoj Žižek, Cornell West, Joon Chang are raising a very valid point. The kind of education that our students are subjected to has been making them conformist. They are not allowed to go beyond their textbooks because they have to secure good points in their examination so that they can find a good job. They can apply to jobs that don't even exist in our economy because our economy is incapable of absorbing all the students that graduate through our education system. Even if our students go beyond textbooks, they confine their thinking, thought process to the mainstream. And that is very bad when we want our students to be exploring different ideas. Students should be capable of using their own minds to explore different ideas, examine them, analyze them, and come to their own conclusions. But have we been able to give our students the tools that they need to contextualize the facts that have been put forth before them by our system? No, they don't have those tools. What our students have is a mechanical formula that they think can but will not help them in getting new jobs, good jobs when they graduate. Why? Because unemployment rate across the globe is going through roof. People have stopped looking for jobs. And even if they are lucky enough to have a job, they are not happy with it. Remember the book called Theory of Bullshit Jobs by David Graeber, a professor at London School of Economics? Even if they have the job, they are not happy with it. They might be earning money, but they do not think that they are contributing to the society. So what kind of education is that? That's not worth it. So that's why education system has to reform. It has to involve less of those people, for example, professors who are conditioned by economic power structures, who cannot afford to teach students what they need to be taught and are instead teaching them something that will help them save their jobs. That's not what the world needs. What our educational system needs is those professors, those scholars, those lecturers, teachers who are able to give our students the tools that they need to make this world into a better place. Our students should be able to use their knowledge that they get from universities and schools to improve the system that they are a part of so that humanity can equip itself to deal with situations like coronavirus threat or other economic issues like recession, poverty, hunger. I don't know if you have noticed, but all the institutions on this earth are being run by people who come from the world's best educational institutions. At least most of them are. Despite that, the situation has been going down the drain. In this crisis like coronavirus, our systemic machinery has failed, and that machinery is supposed to be run by those people who are supposed to have the best brains on this earth. But that is not the case. The situation is not unprecedented. As I've told all of you in my previous videos, there have been situations like this before. SARS, Ebola, we should have been ready for it, but no. So it means that the result of our education system has not been able to produce that kind of human resource that we need in order to face the situation like these. Also, we cannot change educational system without changing the economic system, because educational system is totally dependent on economic system that we have prevailing in our world today. I remember what Daniel Kahneman, the Nobel Prize winner, said once, that human decision making has noise. People do make decisions, but they have no idea why they are making such decisions. So that's why when it comes to education, at least, we have to make sure that human factor has to be reduced to a great extent. So artificial intelligence should replace the human factor as much as we can, because in that case, students will be exposed to more ideas, more appropriate ideas, because there will be no human conditioning involved. As I've already told you, that human beings are conditioned by our economic system. An economic system is not doing a great job, as you can look around and see. Priorities of our economic system are not correct. So maybe AI will do better job. In fact, I'm sure, I firmly believe. So the more I observe human decision making during this time of coronavirus pandemic, I realize that AI will be doing a much better job in saving humanity from everything else. So I think AI should be a major consideration when we think about redesigning our educational system in future. And we should not care too much about human factor, even if our job involves that consideration. Because what's more important than our jobs is the future of mankind, and it's only our younger generation that will take us towards that, hopefully in a much better way, because AI will be guiding it in a very neutral way. Thank you so much.